Yo. Okay. Lako.
Wah. Ganda.
Vinaka, I shall ask about
Nisambula Vinaka, and a very good afternoon to you all. I must say, I was very much surprised about the program here this afternoon. Actually, I just wanted to come and see for myself the damages that the school had sustained, but I had no idea that the village would be present. It's an honor to be here, and thank you very much. But thank you very much for the Bilimbili ride. I enjoyed it. It was a surprise. I'm sorry I wasn't prepared for it. Like I said, I actually wanted to come and see for myself. I did not expect you to prepare that much, but I appreciate that. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say a big thank you and Vinaka Vakalevu to the community here, to the management, in ensuring that our children are still schooling. I do realize and understand that the buildings on the other side have been damaged, and maybe I'm here to present some good news to you. Okay, after we received the damage assessment report, we also realized that school was not suited for children. And I must say that the Vanua and our partners got together, especially for allowing us to use the hall to ensure that the education of our children continues. A lot of schools were damaged in the north during TC, Yasa and Ana, and we are now in our planning for rebuild. I can assure you, your village will get a new school, 1x4 classroom. Okay, as long as we identify a safe site to rebuild. So I will let that be a discussion between the management and the parents as to where you want your new school to be. And I can assure you that work for that new school will start once you decide on where you want us to build your new school. The school that you have up there is a management built school, but your government will build you a new school. I can assure that. Okay? And I must also thank you for the fact that you are giving your children, your children's education is a priority. You know, you allowed us to quickly use your hall, and I hope that will continue. And before we can actually finalize about the rebuild. The rebuild may not start next week or next month. There's a lot of planning that needs to go in. And now this government is building schools to ensure that it's all category 5 strength. It's certified Cat 5 buildings. Okay, so that may require us to actually plan the work for probably a longer time. But like tomorrow, this whole week, we are starting our rebuild for Lekutu Secondary. We are rebuilding Boa District. We are rebuilding Dama District, Dama Primary, Dama District schools. So Lekutu Secondary is getting a 1x7 classroom. Dama, we are doing 1x3. Work has already started. And for Boa District, we are doing a 1x3 new classroom. Now these classrooms we are doing these classrooms so that students can move out of the tents and come back into the building. But the real rebuild would be totally new school buildings. For all, we've identified 15, and your school is part of that 15, where we will rebuild a total school, washrooms, classrooms, teachers' quarters, all that is part of that. Okay, and we do understand that teachers who come out and serve in rural areas also need housing, and quarters is what we are looking to be part of the new schools that we are going to rebuild. We are also very thankful to the Australian government for coming up on board and helping us to rebuild with their contribution of 12 million Australian dollars. That's a lot of money. So I'd like us to say thank you to the Australian government as well. And of course, the first time I've been meaning to come and visit your school for a long time. Unfortunately, the water levels in the river was always high when we planned, but we did send over new furniture for the children, and I hope you received that and the children are using it. And we are here to see how best we can assist you, what more your needs are, so that while we rebuild, the education of our children continues. That's very important, right? One of the priorities of the Fijian government under the leadership of Honorable Prime Minister is to make sure every child comes to school, okay? And that free education will continue. So to the parents who are present here, please ensure that you send your children to school fully prepared. To the teachers who are serving this community, please ensure that these children get the same quality education that our children in the towns and cities are getting, right? Despite the fact that you live away from the towns and cities into rural remote areas, the quality of education that you give to our children must be the same, right? There are other responsibilities that parents have to take, like providing the best meal for your children. I know when natural disaster strikes, you lose your home, you lose your crops, etc. But I mean, I envy you people. I'm jealous of you people because you live around in such a beautiful, beautiful environment. You can grow your own crops, your livestock, your poultry, and ensure that all these children, they're so beautiful children. Look, they look so healthy and stuff. So, right? So I hope, I'm sure that the parents of these communities, grandparents, the guardians, are looking after all these little boys and girls and feeding them the right food. Yes? I hear this area has a lot of prawns too. I don't know. But somebody told me that this area has a lot of prawns and fish, and the river, it's just really beautiful. And I will definitely come with when we confirm our projects and the dates for the starting of your school. I'll definitely come back more prepared. Today, honestly, I was not prepared. And I said, how do I get into that Billy? And one of the gentlemen said, don't worry, we'll carry you across. And I was really scared. But it's a pleasure to be with you, ladies and gentlemen, dear children. And I really look forward to spending more time in my next trip. Okay? And I can assure you that we will rebuild your school, a better school that will not only be school for your children, but it will house an evacuation center as well. I see this is your evacuation center, and you've given it for the education of our children. For that, I thank you very much. So again, I'd like to say Pinaka Vakelevu and big thank you. I know it's time for the children to go home. Hot tea and maybe some Easter buns. Easter just finished, but we still have Easter buns. So, and please look after yourself. The weather is not very, it's playing out with rain and stuff. But look after each other, and God bless you all. Thank you. So children, do you like all your new desk and chair? Yes, ma'am. Is there anything else you want? What? Tell me. This is your time. Tell me, what do you want? New school. Ivan, you have a new school coming up very soon. Yeah? Anything else? Library? Fridge. Oh, fridge. Who wants the bridge? How many of you want the bridge?
1 and 2, bridge! You want to swim? Bridge 1 and 2,
Okay. I'll have to take it back to the Prime Minister and say, the students here want a... What do you want? Bridge. I can't hear you. Bridge. Okay, I'll have to take... I can only give you the school. That's within my ministry. But definitely I'll tell the Prime Minister, all these children want a bridge, yeah? Okay? But right now, I'm happy with the Bilimbili. Poliasi. Poliasi, quickly. Started buttoning his shirt. Good boy. Wait, the thing. The red? Oh, which deer? Two. And you are? Which class? Four. Which bronze in the class? Bronze. Oh, you're the class prefect. Very kind of do. And you are?